So today, we're playing the Ranger, and we had the opportunity to play a Prismatic Orb build, which involves getting a mana thirst, the more the better, gathering as much Prismatic Orbs as you can find, and all the magic items that you can find as well. And all this does crazy damage just like this. We'll just have to see. Half their HP is gone, which is craziness. And the fight's over. But hey, check this run out, and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, let's go and jump some rank games with the Ranger and scene it's just going to do today. Okay, awesome first job. We're definitely going to be crafting up a torch. We're going to be taking this wooden sword, and we are going to be crafting up a hero sword alongside it. And a banana. Pretty darn good job. Now, I do want to roll. And honestly, I was going to continue to roll to look for another whetstone or even another lump of coal, but we got ourselves a garlic. Now, this is a crazy good round one, because we do have 2 food items. We do have double weapons. We should be able to turbo smash opponents. We'll just have to see though. I could be eating my words. It's going to be close, but smashing. Awesome round one. Now to keep our round going, we do need to find another whetstone. However, I would love to take this healing orbs, roll once, and get a whetstone. However, just to make sure, I'm going to roll. We literally got it, and we got one on sale, which is madness. So we probably should have took that healing herbs. I'm actually going to take the banana. I'm going to take another wooden sword, which is going to be kind of crazy, and I do want to roll. Okay, smashing and smashing. We could add in the wooden sword, but unfortunately, I don't exactly want to. Because our stamina would be able to keep up right now. Until we add in our second banana, we're going to move on like this. And especially once we craft up our hero sword, we should be in a much better position. But unfortunately, that damage mitigation. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. From the Berserker is going to lose this fight. So we're going to actually add this in. We're going to be taking this. And I'm going to craft up a second torch instead of actually going for another whetstone. Because I do want to grab this undead Parama. It's Amulet of Alchemy, which is honestly not great. We'll take it for now though to get 3 random buffs. Alternatively, we could sell it, take our whetstone. Yeah, I think it's actually going to be better. That should be pretty darn good. We should get a lot of damage on our weapons. Now, this is going to be a lot of stamina, unfortunately. We may need more bananas, but we should be able to smash our opponents like crazy. Now, we are going to take a help pot. And we're going to actually roll. That's a Mana Orb on sale. Yeah, we're going to grab that. That is for sure. Let's roll once, twice even. Pair of gloves. And a leather bag. We're probably going to go for Falcon Blade, double magic torch. If we can get that going, that is going to be turbo insane. However, we do have to get through this Pyromancer who's going to have that stack in spikes. But that's just crazy, crazy damage right now. And we could also go for Mana Thirst instead. Yeah, we're probably going to sell one of our torches. Even though I'd love to go for double magic torch. Mana Thirst is going to be worth grabbing here. Which just means we're going to have to grab this leather bag and fit this in like so. Now I know we do have this gloves of haste, but I do need to roll to try and find instead of blueberries. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to move on. But do we actually want a carrot? I'm gonna take it, but for now we're gonna move on. And once we craft up Mana Thirst, our stamina shouldn't be as big of an issue. Even right now, it's still not going to be as big of an issue as it previously was. However, our vampirism that we do get from our Hunger Blade, our one singular vampirism, is gone immediately from the garlic. However, it's going to be a close fight. And unfortunately, it's just going to fall a bit short. We should be in a much better position with Mana Thirst. We're going to be taking both these. Let's roll. That's a lucky clover, which we could take too, but I'm going to roll. And a smashing. That is for sure. And actually, I'm going to grab this too. I'm going to opt to add in our carrots instead of our gloves for now. And we're going to move on. Now we should be in a way better position with our food items, with our stamina usage as well. We'll just have to see though. It's going to be close. And just barely. They were stacking up that spikes. That was going to kind of go. That's another Mana Orb. That's insane. That's for sure. That is literally insane. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to buy the potion bolts. Which does mean we're going to fall a little bit short. But I am going to grab this customer card. For now. Just to be a little bit more greedy. And we're going to move with this setup for now. Actually, before we do move, make sure we do have our lucky clover in. Just so we get that little bit of extra crit chance. But it's looking pretty darn good. Especially with an extra mana orb. We can go for some sort of crazy mana build. But we'll see so far. Can we survive? That's a lot of stacking spikes. Especially with Damage Feasting. That's just literally crazy. Damage Feasting with all these food items is way too much. It was way too much for us. Unfortunately. However, we did get our... However, now we get to choose our subclass. And it's making me want to play Big Bowl of Treats since it is on sale. It is stacking. It is stacking buffs. However, I do kind of want to go to Each Sleeve. Not going to lie. Because this is going to give us a ton of value. And it's also going to give us a bit of heals. So I'm going to go Each Leaf for now. That's also Prismatic Orb, which is straight up craziness. Now at this point, I'm going to be selling this Whetstone. We actually really don't need it as much anymore. Now we do have 15 golds. I do kind of want to grab both these and craft these up to reduce our opponent's healing. That's a Prismatic Orb. Should we? We probably should take this. Yeah, we're going to take this round. Now we're going to slot it in this position for now. I would much prefer having it in this position. We may actually want to lose our Hero Sword. That is going to be a ton of mana. That's also going to be a ton of mana. That is going to be insane. However, if we do move this down, we can get that a little bit of extra damage from this if we do want to. But I'm going to leave it out for this round. And we're going to move on. And we could also get the Glowing Crown for another magic item. It will use up a lot of our mana. It would give us a ton of healing, but it is going to be at the start of the round, so I might actually let this one go. Now, Mana Orb's not going to be in a great position. It is only targeting a Magic Torch, which is not super fantastic. It is there to get that 2 mana from Prismatic Orb. And with that, can we survive? Going to begin the setup. Unfortunately, we're going to fall behind. Going to begin Burning Blade Magic Torch. Now, we're going to say goodbye to the Hero Sword because we are going to be taking a Hungry Blade, which is going to be straight madness. Now, we're going to be taking this helmet. We're also going to be taking this too. We're going to craft up the Captain's Comforts. And that's all we're going to do for now. Now, our Prismatic Orb is going to be in this position. This is going to give us a bit of Vampirism. It's also going to give us that mana. And we're basically going to go for double Mana Thirst to go straight up craziness. And so far, smashing, taking on Cryomancer. Not too bad. Now that is a hard container, which we could take if we do want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to roll looking... Okay. That's badness. We definitely have to take that. However, we're also going to be taking a set of healing herbs. Just so we can get this online. We're going to move on. It definitely wants us to play a magic mana type build. And potentially we can go for that crazy one-shot build. However, unfortunately, we're going to fall too far behind, which is madness. So we're going to take a Prismatic Orb. We're going to take this little tiny storage. I'm going to roll. We could also take Jin's Lamp. It is a magic item, which would give us more mana. However, we're going to have her set up like this for now. I'm going to continue to roll. What we are really missing is actually some blueberries. However, that's another Mana Orb, which is going to be fantastic. We can take a Fanfare. It's another magic item. I will actually grab it. But for now, we're going to move on. We do have our Prismatic Orbs in this position, and we should have a crazy amount of mana. Now, we could also try to add in a Mana Orb and try to get those big buff stacking, which would be turbo insane. And so far, not looking too bad whatsoever. Smashing even. Say we take in a Mana Orb, we place it in this position for now. Now we do lose some value on our Ageless Leaf. We do get a ton more mana generation from the very beginning. And then potentially we can get this to give us some buff generation. Now I'm going to be taking Fanfare for now as well. So right now we should be starting off with 32 mana. 10 mana from this, 10 mana from this, and 12 mana from this. Now this Mana Orb is in a pretty darn horrible position, but it is going to be there for our Prismatic Orbs. And we're going to roll on with this. So we should potentially be able to get our setup going pretty fast. However, our opponent is also rocking a similar setup, except smashing. We do have that Captain's Comfort to reduce our opponent's healing and also negate some of their buffs. For this round, I'm going to be taking a Fanny Pack. I'm going to roll. We're probably going to want the crit chance. That's for sure. Let's keep a roll. I'm going to sell a pair of gloves to actually take the stamina stack so we can fit this in behind. As for Fanny Pack, we're going to slot in a disposition for now, just increasing the speed of this Mana Thirst and this Prismatic Orb. And we're going to move on. Now all we want to do is find more Prismatic Orbs as much as we can. We should be crazy awesome. Just stacking up a bunch of buffs from this one Mana Orb should be really, really great for us. And actually, smashing even. Now if we do find more Prismatic Orbs, we are going to be in a massively great spot. We can take the Stone Badge, that would tin our pool just a little bit. It does mean we never find any more Acorn Colors, more Bow and Arrows. I'm not going to grab it. At this point, I'm going to grab this leather bag. Can take this help up, but I'm going to leave it behind. That's a Prismatic Orb. We are 100% going to grab this. Is there any way we can grab it this round? Unfortunately, I do not believe we can actually grab it this round. So I'm going to roll once more. That's another Acorn Color. That's also a Bloody Amulet, which we could take, slot it down here and get a ton of Vampirism. But I'm going to grab the Acorn Collar for now. It is a shame, but we are going to only get some crit chance on these two specifically. Now we are going to have to wait around. Might as well grab the extra bit of storage just for now. I'm also going to reserve the Bloody Amulet and we're going to move on. Now, are we going to be able to strive? This is looking kind of crazy. That's going to be a lot of poison stacked up. They are crafting up that Hero Longsword. We're dealing that big damage. And fantastic. Keep this going. Crazy, crazy good. Let's slot this in here for now. We can add our Mana Orb into much better position. We can move our Banana in. We can move our Mana Orb into this position. It means it's going to be getting mana from this. And this. It's going to be targeting both our Prismatic Orbs. Now with that, we're going to have 14 mana, 10 mana, another 10 mana, which is going to be 34 mana on top of another 10 mana. So that's going to be 45 mana off the rip. Well, potentially. We do use 35 of it. We get 45 mana. We do get those buffs instantly, and we're going to be scaling from there. So honestly, this build is after coming together crazily good. And smashing. Now we did make it to the end, only one life. But I believe we can actually take this a lot further. Now we're going to take the Bloody Amulet just to get a little bit more Vampirism, which should be fantastic. I'm going to roll. That's a Prismatic Orb. That's also Fanfare on sale, which is crazy insane. Which I'm going to grab. I'm going to slot it in up top for now. We did move our Banana into this position. This is going to be pretty darn good. We are definitely 100% going to get this Prismatic Orb. And we're going to move on. 4 Prismatic Orbs in this setup is going to be straight up craziness. And look at that damage. Half their HP is crazily gone. Even though they have a ton of armor. But the build is way too strong. Okay, so let's take our Prismatic Orb. Now I'm going to keep rolling. Or should we? I'm going to keep rolling here. Blueberries we're going to have to take. Let's keep it going. We can take a flute. That is going to be another magic item. And we are going to slot this in. Basically, we want our Prismatic Orbs all in a line like this. So they're all tagging each other. However, I'm going to continue to roll. That's more blueberries, which I do want to grab. And unfortunately, we cannot roll anymore. But I'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory. I'm going to sell a customer card. It has worked out pretty well for us, but we're going to take it. So we can add in some more blueberries. And the banana can't exactly fit in. We're going to add this in like so. And we can add this in up top and right here. But this is going to be our setup for now. We have double fanfares down below. We do have a Prismatic Orb in this position, giving us 16 mana, which is probably the highest value Prismatic Orb that we can have. We also have this Prismatic Orb, which is going to go turbo crazy. That's going to be 12 mana. That's going to be 10 mana, and that is going to be 14 mana. Now, our Mana Orbs is going to be in this position. I opted to have it in this position so we can actually target both our weapons. Now, we could also have it this way, but I much prefer having it here for now. So we can actually scale up even more. And with the Ageless Leaf, we should be able to get 12 mana from this and a bunch of regen. So with that, we should have 64 mana off the very rip, which is going to be crazy. We're going to move on. Is this going to smash? We'll just have to see. Half their HP is gone, which is craziness. And the fight's over. So basically, this is part of the insta-kill. This is definitely part of the insta-kill Ranger setup. We dealt half their HP, which is madness. And the fight is over like crazy, which is definitely absurd. Now I'm going to continue rolling. Now we could just literally take Jin's Lamp, place it in here to get even more mana off the very beginning. And it might actually be worth it. Or we can try to roll and try to find another Prismatic Orb. I'm going to continue on. I will buy this fanny pack though, so we can actually fit in something if you do find it. We'll keep going. Wasting up our goals. Or we could also take an acorn collar to try and guarantee that we get those crits. It does mean we do have to give up on one final magic item. However, we are rolling 2 gold per round, so we might actually want to just take the acorn collar. I'm going to solve this so we can roll once again. And we probably should have took that Jin's lamp to finish it off. But yeah, this is going to be a fun setup. Now our build came down to the wire. We did survive with only 1 life, even though we had a crazy setup. And now we should be able to turbo smash. Now if you do come across people running at cap discomforts, that is going to be our counter. But we should be able to deal at least half the opponent's HP. But we'll see. Is this going to be good enough? We'll just have to see. Can we smash down this final opponents? And they're rocking a crazy looking setup too, but they've lost half their HP. They do have a ton of armor that we do have to break through. However, it's looking pretty darn, and the fight's over. Yes, smashing damage. Stacking up a crazy amount of buffs. We'll have a quick little DPS check. The fight only lasted about 9 seconds. We dealt basically 102 DPS per second, which is madness. Mana Thirst doing crazy amount of damage, and Magic Torch on top. And then first, second of the fight, we dealt 190 damage, which is crazy. Over half their HP in the first second fight. Also, quick a little bit of heals, 100 healing per second, which is crazy. And we'll see in the first second fight, we had 384 healing per second from the Mana Thirst alone, which is craziness in itself. However, it is for the first second fight, which is basically going a straight B overheal towards the end of the fight. Down to 57, which is more average to be quite honest. But anyways, this build was a ton of fun. It came down to the wire, but we managed to bring it back. Once we got it online, it was way too strong. We did survive with 2 lives. Let's go to see just how much rank points we got. Survival bonus. Plus 11 rank. It's back up to 20. Not too bad. But anyways, gonna leave it for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope you keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.